Today, Sunday, the 27th of April 2025, we have some handpick event to share with you, which of course will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. So to those of you who want to have access to all our handpick events, which we share to members only, as well as our top pick in terms of corner kick events, goal probability and straight win, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 master plan to have access to all our handpick event and top tutorial classes to take your winning to the next height. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. So without wasting time, we have a total of 10 games to share them with you. And of course, as you always know, we are going to share 5 of these games with you as our top 5. Then the remaining top 5 of it to make a top 10 will be shared to members only. So for you to access all of these games, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the membership package plan, either Level 2 Pro or Level 3 Master. So without wasting time, let's proceed with the first game of our today's list. But before we proceed, we want to say congratulations based on yesterday's event for we registered huge wins. And looking at the result of yesterday, I don't want to make this video too very long, so I'll proceed to the games of today that we have. But before we proceed, I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel, this section titled as the home, you're going to see that will provide members only match prediction picks, and you can see our top games that will provide to members only in terms of top 10 plus, top 10, top 7, and also we provide top tutorial classes for members only. So once you become a member or having a membership package plan, you're also going to have access to all our handpick events to start taking your winning to the next height. If you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you're also going to have access to Level 2 Pro classes, and that will give you access to these Level 2 Pro classes as a Level 2 Pro member, which you can access the live match corner kick strategy shared to members only, a simple trick to make consistent win, match prediction strategy you have never seen before, the straight win and comeback match prediction strategy that will amaze you, tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy that will amaze you, and 99% win rate strategy for members only. So once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you have access to all of these tutorials in one place and start to implement the strategy we have shared in this top 6 video tutorial and start to implement them to take your wins to the next height. But if you become a member of the Level 2 of the Level 3 Master, you're going to have access to the Level 3 Master classes. This will give you access to the excellent corner kick strategy shared to members only of Level 3 Master, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of straight wins and goal probability, the game changer corner kick strategy that reveals the top secret site we use to find events in terms of corners to include in our slip, 6 amazing AI tools we use, home and away match prediction strategy step by step, and 2.5 goal strategy to beat the bookies and win even more. So once you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you can access all of this tutorial in one place from the link below this video description. Also, if you come here to the front page of our channel and locate this area titled as the video tab and click on it, you're also going to notice that we provide match predictions in terms of, that is, tutorial which we provide for free to everyone. If you scroll across this page based on the area of the video tab, as you can see here, and start to scroll or navigate across this page, you're going to discover much tutorials that we have released for free. For example, you can see this one here, the top 5 prediction apps compared, which we have reviewed some of the 5 top prediction apps you can use at your advantage and start to find games to include in your slip. We have also compared some of the features here which you can take advantage of it. We have another one here below once you come across this area, which we have titled it here, as you can see, the expert tip for picking winning soccer matches. Of course, here we have explained some of the expert tip you can use at your advantage and start to find games to include in your slip in terms of the strategy we have explained in this tutorial. And also we have another one which of course we have titled it as 5 hidden Sofascore features you can use to win more bets. Of course, in this tutorial we have explained some of the 5 hidden Sofascore feature you never knew existed before. You want to watch this tutorial to the end and learn some of the strategy and tips we have shared to use it at your advantage and start to see how you can implement the strategies for your own advantage. And of course, the more you scroll across this page, you're going to discover more tutorials. You can take advantage of it for free and start to implement the strategies. Now, without wasting much time, let's proceed with the first game we have to share with you. Looking at the first event, we are looking at England in the Premier League. Here, we want to look at Liverpool against Tottenham. In this event, the performance of the home team Liverpool in terms of the recent event they've had. As you can see by the home game, you're going to see that it is very good. They've had games with West Ham and Everton, and their performances in the recent event in the PL have proved to be good. Of course, that of Tottenham, on the other hand, have proved to also have events where they do concede very much in the recent event they have had. Of course, now looking at the stand performance in terms of the comparison by their rating of form in the home and away performance, the home team, Liverpool, have proved to be very offensive. They sit on the first place, toppling this table. They've had 5 game play with 5 leads, scoring 10 and conceding 3. The offense is good, defense is also good. That of Tottenham, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event they have had, proved that they have recently had 5 games with 2 wins, having 3 losses, scoring 8 and conceding 8. Of course, the defense of the away team is not very tight. And looking at everything here in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the away team defensive line is not very tight, and the home has an offense which is good. And since the away also want to impress, to try to see how they can perform better in this event, of course, both of the two sides want to impress, causing more shoot on and off target. As a result, we are looking at least 1.5 goal in full time for this event, or 2.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the Bundesliga women. We are looking at Bayern Munich women against Freeberg women. In this event, the performance of the home Bayern Munich women have proved to be very offensive in the recent event they have had, scoring 2 and 3 against Leverkusen and Hoffenheim. Its opponent, on the other hand, have proved that it is not as offensive as compared to that of the home. Now comparing the strength performance in terms of the recent event they have had, the performance of the home Bayern Munich in terms of the home event they have proved that they sit in the second place after Wolfsburg. They've had 5 games played, all the 5 leads at home recently, scoring 13, conceding 1. Very high offense and very high defense. But if we look at that of Freeberg, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event they have had, you're also going to see that Freeberg is also a good team. They've had 5 games played with 3 wins, scoring 7, conceding 3. Of course, both of the two sides want to impress, since both offense on both sides are good. And looking at everything in place, want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. Looking at this particular event, the home team want to impress more since they are coming at home, and its offense at home is always very good. That of the away, of course, we want to also impress. As a result, both of the two sides want to impress, causing shoot on and off target to be high. So 1.5 goal is one of the major picks, and we also want to look at least the hope to take the lead in this event in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at Norway in the Elite Siren. We are looking at Brienne against Brienne. In this event, the recent performance of the home Brienne have proved to be very good in terms of corner kick strength as compared to Brienne. Of course, looking at the recent game they have just had in this Elite Siren, in the recent event, this same here, of course, Brienne have proved to be very good in corner kick. They recently had a game against Stronger Set, where the performance in terms of corner kicks have proved to be impressive. And looking at this, in the recent event they have had, the start recently they had against Stronger Set, Brienne played at home, and you can see the number of corner kicks it had. Recently, they had 9 corner kicks against Stronger Set, to prove that the offensive trend in terms of corner scoring is really high. Now, looking at the next event they recently had with another opponent in terms of the corner kick event, they had and also performed greatly in terms of the corner kick. Now, this time, we want to share the game they just recently had with Tromsø, as you can see here in the Elite Siren recently, where they had 3 against 1. They had a match with Tromsø, and here the performance in terms of the corner kick still proved to be impressive. And looking at the stats event ending as 3 against 1, the performance in terms of the corner kicks proved that the home team, Brienne, of course, still performed good in corners, scoring 5 corners in full time. As a result, this Brienne is good at corner kick, and want to look at between 2 to 4 corner kicks for Brienne, that is 2 to 4 and even 5 corners in full time. Also, looking at its opponent, they are also good at conceding in terms of corners, to prove that they will give the upper hand for Brienne to have the probability of netting more corner kick, since the way want to block, and of course they want to impress, causing more blocks. Therefore, corner kick will be strong for the home. If we look at that of Brienne, you're going to see that the recent event they've also had in the Elite Siren, like against Kristiansund, you can see they had a loss 2 against 1, and the number of corner kicks events which they registered or concede proved that it is possible for the home team to also have corner kick, or to have corner kick against Brienne. You can see that in this event, Brienne conceded 8 corner kicks, as you can see, against the home team. You can see Brienne scored only 1 corners. As you can see here, they scored only 1, but they conceded 8, as you can see, to prove that the conceding strength of corner is very high. giving the upper hand for the home team to have the probability to also net corners. So as a result, for this particular event, we want to look at corner kicks here. And as a result, we look at Brienne to have between 2 to 4 corner kicks in full time. In other words, you want to make sure to look at Brienne over 2.5 corners in full time or 3.5 corner for Brienne in full time is our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next, we looked at Italy in the Serie A. We are looking at Juventus against Monza. In this event, of course, looking at the performance of the home team, Juventus, they have proved to be good, especially when they come at home. They had games with Leeds, Gino, and of course, they had a straight lead. But if you look at Monza, on the other hand, they proved that the strength at away is not very tough. They do concede very much in the recent event they've had. Looking at the strength in terms of the performance by the form, the home team, Juventus, have proved that whenever they come at home, you can see Juventus sit on the 4th place. They have recently played 5 games at home with 4 of the wins, having 1 draw. They are good at home, scoring 6, conceding 5. Of course, but if you look at that of Monza, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event they have had, whenever Monza go at away, the defensive line is not very tough. You can see 5 game play at away, 0 lead. They have scored just 3, but conceding up to 16, giving advantage for the home Juventus to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. As a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, we look at Juventus, the home, to have the upper hand to lead as one of the major picks. And since the defensive line of the away is weak, they concede more. Therefore, also want to look at least 1.5 goal in full time or 2 goals over. Looking at the next, we're looking at Serbia in the Super League. We're looking at KfA ZvD against OFK Beograd. In this event, KfA ZvD proved to be very offensive in the recent event they have had, scoring 2, 3, 2, 5. They are very good even in the cup itself. The opponent, on the other hand, have proved that the defensive line is not very tight, and they do try to score at least between 1 goal and 2 goals in each event as well. Looking at the recent head-to-head they just had, as you can see here in the Super League, KfA ZvD still play against OFK. Recently, 4 goals were scored. This time, KfA still have a good form, and the away team also want to impress to cause more shoot on and off target. Looking at the performance of Stan in the recent event they've had by their form, the home have proved that whenever they come at home, they are very good. They've had 5 games recently at home with 4 lead and a draw. No loss has been registered yet, scoring 14, conceding 6. Very offensive and defensive. That of its opponent, on the other hand, have proved that when they go at the way, they do concede very much. They have just had 1 lead in 5 game play, scoring 6, conceding 10. But this time, since the first head-to-head or the recent head-to-head against the home team resulted to 3 against 1, the away this time also want to impress. There will be more shoot on and off target here, and as a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the most recent head-to-head result 3 against 1. This time, the away will want to impress, and the home also still want to impress. So more shoot and on off target will result here. So want to look at least the possibility still of 1.5 going full time or 2 goals over is our major pick for this event in full time. And to those of you who want to have access to all the top 10 list of game we have to share, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or Level 3 Master Plan to have access to all our handpick events, like always, to take your winning to the next height. So these are the top 5 we have shared. The remaining part of it will be accessed by members only. For you to start having access to all our handpick events, then you want to make sure to join the membership package plan, Level 2 Pro or Level 3 Master, to start accessing all our top pick events we shared to members only, and see how you can take your win to the next height, as well as accessing our top video tutorial classes, which give you the upper hand and upper notch to stand ahead of others and see how you can start to implement the strategies we have shared to members only and start to take your winning to the next level. Good luck, and see you again in the next upload. And to those of you who want to access that, the link is below this video. Bye bye for now, and see you again in the next episode or upload.